the God of this city. You're the King of these people. You're the Lord of this nation. You are. You're the light in this darkness. You're the hope to the hopeless. You're the peace to the restless. You are. These are some of the lyrics to the song God of This City by Chris Tomlin. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful words, beautiful meaning. And it goes on into the chorus. It says, there's no one like our God. There's no one like our God, for greater things have yet to come, and greater things are still to be done in this city. I want you to think about the city that you live in. And I want you to ask yourself this question: are greater things still to be done in this city? I think so. I think that's a question that we can all answer with a resounding yes. There is greater things still to be done in this city. But my question is, are we expecting someone else to do it? Or are we wondering our part to play? I hope that we're all seeking out those opportunities to serve and to make this city what it can be. Even in our toughest spots in life, we can still have an influence on others, and we can still make a difference in others' lives. I want you to turn to Acts chapter 16. Paul and Silas are thrown in jail, and I'm going to pick up in verse 25. But at midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the prisoners were listening to them. Suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken, and immediately all the doors were opened, and everyone's chains were loosed. And the keeper of the prison, awakening from his sleep, seeing the prison doors open, supposing the prisoners had fled, drew his sword and was about to kill himself. But Paul called with a loud voice, saying, "Do yourself no harm, for we are all here." And he called for a light, ran in, and fell down trembling before Paul and Silas. And he brought them out and said, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" So they said, "Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and you will be saved, you and your household." Then they spoke the word of the Lord to him and to all who were in his house. And he took them the same hour of the night and washed their stripes. And immediately he and all his family were baptized. Now when he had brought them into his house, he set food before them, and he rejoiced, having believed in God and all his household. That's one of the greatest stories, because it comes from the viewpoint of you can be in the lowest of the lows as far as your life is concerned, but you can still make all the difference in the world to somebody. Paul and Silas were in prison. Their feet were in stocks. But they used this situation to not only be together and encourage one another, but to pray and to sing hymns to God, and to not take their situation so seriously that God couldn't use them, because he would. The earthquake comes, and they all had the potential to run away and free themselves, but they didn't. They stopped this jailer who they may have not had any ties to. They stopped him from killing himself, and eventually they brought him to Christ. He and his whole family believed and were baptized that night. It's an interesting thing to think about. When you're in the lowest of the low, or in the highest of the high, what difference can you make in someone's life? I want you to think about your city, whether that's Trenton, Georgia, or Chattanooga, Tennessee, or Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, Tennessee, wherever it is. Think about your city. Ask yourself this question: greater things have yet to come, so what can I do?